dozen people are dead after gunmen in armored vehicles attacked a prison just across the U.S. border in Mexico. Mexican authorities say the attack happened early Sunday morning, less than an hour drive from El Paso, Texas. Correspondent Marky Martin is live for us. So, Marky, what else do we know right now?
Yeah, Nicole, talk about a violent day across Juarez. This deadly jailbreak happened in what's considered to be one of Latin America's most dangerous institutions, and gang activity is believed to be at the center of this. Now, in addition to the 17 people killed in yesterday's attack, nearly 30 inmates escaped, many of which officials say went on to commit additional crimes while on the loose.
There were several gunfights in the city because of this escapee situation.
This weekend, 10 guards and 7 inmates were killed when a group of gunmen attacked a prison in Juarez, according to the Chihuahua State Attorney General's office. Various armored vehicles arrived at Cerezo Prison about 7 a.m. Sunday morning when gunmen opened fire on guards. The attack sparking a riot that took Juarez police, members of the Mexican Army, and National Guard soldiers 7 hours to contain. Locals and family members of those inside crowding outside the prison gates, some crying in anguish.
We're used to it because they did these things many times before.
This woman, who didn't wish to identify herself, is related to an inmate. She said she was scared as she watched attackers shoot at point-blank range.
They shot at all the vehicles that were passing by.
Were the attackers civilians?
Civilians dressed up in black, but were better armed than the police themselves.
In addition to the 17 killed, 13 were injured, and at least 27 inmates escaped, including the leader of a notorious street gang called Los Mexicles, who's known to have worked with the Sinaloa cartel. Sources on the ground telling News Nation the motive of the jailbreak was to free him. The Secretary of Defense describing some of the prison cells as luxury hotels, equipped with plasma TVs, liquor, and a large amount of drugs, including crystal meth. Soldiers also found 10 semi-automatic firearms inside prison walls and a weapon that shot grenades. Juarez police say those on the run reportedly committed several carjackings and stole vehicles they used in their escape.
And Nicole, this is not the first time a deadly outbreak like this has happened at this very prison. Just back in August, a riot that erupted inside prison walls bled out onto the streets of Juarez. 11 people died in that attack just a few months back. The Attorney General's office now investigating this case. Nicole.
Absolutely, Marky. Okay, so we know 27 inmates escaped. Do we know how many are still out there tonight? And what about security in that area?
Yeah, so Nicole, the latest numbers that we have been given, of those 27 that escaped, 25 still on the run this evening. And because of that, state and federal authorities have set up multiple checkpoints across the state, across the city, just in case people decide to leave Juarez. Now, also remember this, this is just across the border from El Paso. You can see Juarez from El Paso. So because of that, authorities have also beefed up security right there along the northern part of Mexico, just in case some of those inmates, some of those alleged gang members do decide to pivot that violence from Mexico into the United States.